So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. To the air, it's Baker. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Iowa State.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Try to get it to the edge. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Snagged in the middle. It's Shelton. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First and 10 for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air, it's Baker. Keeps looking downfield. He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The Horned Frogs are on the move. They'll run the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Turning it on. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Etheridge. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Etheridge. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted deep in his own end. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the running back. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now on first down from the 30. Might be changing the route. Toss to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They get him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Baker. Steps away to find some room. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection, and that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He couldn't find anywhere to go with the ball. Bought time for a second, but finally just went down.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Lining up to convert third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Parker. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's first and goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Cyclones! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Got the quick pass. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab near the sticks, it's Shelton. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors at our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Off the play fake. This time he's got his man.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the right. Oh, he's got a chance. Brings him to the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space. Good things will happen.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football, good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football, finishing the run. He gets knocked out of bounds, but how about this offense set up now?
Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Defense picks it up. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down. Little short. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another 1st down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's 2nd and long, and this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football today.
That's caught. It's Miller. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QB sneak to keep this drive going. They've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. Quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to, and let's see what they do to finish off this drive.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
They're working that left side. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Oh, better look out! Across the 45. Turning on the Jets. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Baker. He's got him. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Power football with the run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Well, one of the best compliments you can pay a running back is they get stronger as the game goes on. This guy's been awesome all game long, and you're seeing it here in the 4th quarter. He's trying to ice this thing and close it out, still running strong.
Got it. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Etheridge. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off play action. Got a man. It's Etheridge. And he's wrestled to the ground.
They've got the weapons to stay aggressive. He just made a big play. Let's see if we can take a shot here into the end zone, score, and try to save as much time on the clock as we can.
And the Cyclones line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Peppers. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll pull it down. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Well, the good news on that play is the quarterback was able to scramble and go pick up the 1st down with the lead late in the game. Bad news is, though, you just love them to stay in bounds to get this clock started sooner so you can bleed more of it off. That's just a coachable moment moving forward of having a better understanding of the situation in-game.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Looking for a man. It's Baker. Dances away to buy time. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Grab near the marker. It's Peppers. Still on his feet at the 45. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. The Cyclones in the hurry-up. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love...
There he goes. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Big fella moving. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. To the ground, he's got it again. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, and you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Now they'll run it to the right here. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
Touchdown, TCU! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Peppers. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Baker. Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
One more play to pad the stats. They'll go back to the air on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack.